Well, happy holidays, ladies and gentlemen. December 27th Impact Review. It's late, I know. When the holidays come around, a lot of people get busy. I didn't have that type of holiday, a good one. It's been very hectic for me. So, I'm sorry that this is late. This isn't going to be a regular Impact Review because I had a chance to look at the British Fist. And from what I heard, I was going, wait a minute. The creative team of Impact, they didn't go on vacation or something, did they? Please tell me they didn't. So when I looked at it myself, I'm going, it looked like there are two types of Impact or TNA writers. You have the main writers, the ones who do the main stuff, along with the officials there, Hulk Hogan and whoever else is there, Bruce Pritchard. The ones who really do all the major stuff. And then you have the backups. The ones who are used only when the people are either sick or on holiday. This is what we got. I'm not even going to go through all of this. I'm going to go through only the things I liked. Only the things I liked. It would be easy just to go through it all, but that's what I'm going to do. Now, the beginning of the show had Bully Ray. Now, I heard how, if I'm understanding correctly, not everyone is liking how the storyline between Bully Ray, Brooke, and Hulk Hogan is going. But you know what? People are still more interested in this than what's going on in WWE. This is honest right here. It's not the point that the WWE is still dragging on a stupid storyline that's broken off into another storyline, that both storylines suck. When I'm talking about going with John Cena with AJ, then John Cena getting screwed by AJ, then AJ going with Dolph Ziggler, having Biggie Langston with her. This storyline for the WWE, and I will be doing hopefully my Impact, not my Impact, sorry, my SmackDown review, if it's not tonight, will be tomorrow. I have some stuff I have to do today, but I'm hoping to get it done today. But this storyline sucks for them. There ain't nothing there. But this one right here, showing Bully Ray, it was not that bad. It wasn't. Let's see it like this. Even if it shows that Bully Ray is not looking at the product himself, the point is that they still have an interesting person in Brooke who doesn't really show herself much. She's not like, as the Off the Rope show says, the horse-faced bitch of a wife, Double J. You still have someone who's reasonably beautiful, nice boobs, who has not really gotten that much featured showing, and in a storyline that has not been badly structured. It hasn't. I'm not bored with it yet, but I am wondering where they're going with this. Will Bully Ray get the respect he deserves from Hulk Hogan, or will he go off with Devon? That's the question I'm having. It's not just Brooke Hogan, who might be part of Aces and Eights. What happened if basically Bully Ray goes to Aces and Eights and now works with Devon? What twist would that give us? Will it be a good twist or a bad one? I'm not sure we'll get a good twist if Devon and Bully Ray turn together. So I'm still thinking that he'll stay a betweener. That's what I believe he is. He's not a face. I do not believe he's close to being a full face. He's a betweener. So it's a question mark what's going to happen. The way they ended the segment was actually not that bad. Brooke coming out, talking with Bully Ray, saying that he knows. The way they structured it, not having her directly holding a mic, and they're really not talking directly into the mic. I admit that's a much better way to present something. And they left it at that. So that wasn't that bad. I really didn't feel bad. You know what? I have to talk about some of the bad segments. If I don't, I'm not going to feel right about this. Samoa Joe with Armbreaker. I didn't like it. You see, when Aces and Eights first came out, it was very strong. More than a few people along with myself, thought that Aces and Eights may actually do something very good. The way they structured it in the last couple of pay-per-views, I was hoping that Aces and Eights would not go after the world title because I thought that the faction would screw up, just like Immortal did and along with Fortune. So they were only going after the mid-card title, which is the TV title. I was actually quite satisfied with this. But having Samoa Joe tap the guy out is not good. It wasn't. So seeing weak aces and eights makes you think this faction has now lost steam completely. And I would agree with them. There's nothing going on, at least until they came up with Anderson. And I said this in my last Impact review, that when Devon talked about someone, I thought it might be Mr. Anderson because we haven't seen him in a while. He was very pissed off at how he got treated by not just aces and eights, but by Hulk Hogan, and I was right. We don't know if he's considering it, even though it looks like he is. Having two beautiful blondes under his arms, one of them having boobs that's bigger than your head, makes you think he's going to be a heel. I'm hoping he will. I know it doesn't sound right, but you know what? We need to breathe some life into this faction. If by Genesis they are going to be doing something, which is I think about 2 weeks away. I'm hoping I'm right because I don't want to miss it this weekend. I don't believe it is. But no, it's not this weekend. It's going to be somewhere near the end of the month of January. But you know what? We need to get this done. We need to finish this. This faction has lost steam. I was hoping that it would do something, but we haven't seen anything. They didn't even unmask Armbreaker, which I believe, like I said, that these guys are only there temporarily. If they're in OVW, fine. They're going to go back to OVW until they're called up to TNA. But we're not going to see anything more than that. What I did like was the OVW with Parks. And seeing the trainer they have there and saying that Joseph Parks sucks and ain't nothing going on, at least until he started bleeding. The multiple personality thing is still being done, which is okay for now. But we can't have him at OVW for too long because eventually he's got to come back up. Now either Abyss has got to reappear or Joseph Park is going to take on the Abyss character and everyone's going to see it. One of the two. But it is good to see OVW prominently featured. And I know they're saying, wait a minute, this is only a few minutes. But it's not the point. Having OVW, the developmental territory for TNA, gives the show more texture. Now, I'm hoping they'll continue this after Park. If they do, like with Silva, with everyone else down there, maybe, I know Jesse Sorensen is going to be scheduled to come back eventually if he's not too badly injured or he decides he doesn't want to come back. But if he goes to OVW for a little while first, showing Sorensen there first will actually be very good. That part I did like. The Impact Wrestler of the Year. I'm actually quite interested in seeing who is going to vote for him. WWE, we know it's fixed. But it's a possibility that TNA may not fix it. I would be very intrigued to see if they don't fix this. I'll be actually quite happy they don't fix this. If they let the people actually vote for it and then they give it, we'll actually give them more people. Well, see it like this. People already know that this is fixed in WWE. More people come over to TNA, which they need. And basically, seeing, how can I say this? Seeing they care so much about their market share on cable, sorry about the botch, scares me a little bit. For the simple fact that the more they care about television, the less they're going to care about pay-per-views. And the pay-per-views are going to begin in 2013 to get worse. If not many people are getting buys for the pay-per-view, we got a problem. I'm hoping it doesn't come down to that. The Robbie E and T with Jesse Bro Off, which was a dance and posing thing. The only thing I can say is three things. One, Rob Terry finally broken away. Yes, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Finally, well, at least I hope finally, Rob Terry has been broken away from Robbie E. We have had this for more than a year and they have not done anything with either one of them. They are not funny. They're not. The video stuff they do on their website and on YouTube for the list does not work. Not that well. Seeing Rob Terry separated from him is better. I'm hoping they'll do something. But now I think Jesse and Robbie E. The Bros. I don't know if this will happen. It might actually be an interesting concept to have Jesse Goddard and Robbie E. together. I know that's saying, dude, are you losing your damn mind? These two aren't doing anything. I understand, but you need to separate Jesse Goddard from Tara. It's not helping Tara, and it's not helping Jesse Goddard. You need to separate them. Robbie E. basically is nothing, but he does get featured most of the time, as crazy as it sounds. Let Jesse be the one to get over from that pair. It actually would make sense. Put Jesse Goddard and Robbie E. together. Breaking them apart is the wisest thing to do. Robbie T and E. The ETs, I hope, is over. Now, Gail Kim with Tessmacher. If it's going to be for Velvet Sky, I can understand the reason for it, but I just didn't care that much for the match. It was actually too long. I still see two beautiful women. Yes. I see two beautiful women that have some nice boobs. Yes. I see two beautiful women that actually have skill in the ring when they want to put it on. Yes. But I didn't feel that there. So we'll see what's going to happen in Genesis, and I will have my comments in Genesis at the end of this. Now, what do we got here? Kenny King and Christian York. Long live the King, baby. Kenny King talking to Christian York, saying that he will be picked by Rob Van Dam. Finding out that he wasn't picked pissed the crap out of him. Now, does that mean he's going to be going for the X Division title again? Yes. He will be the one, I believe, will keep bothering RVD. Now, this is something I'm thinking about Christian York. I can understand anyone thinking that he should be in X Division, but I'm not getting that feeling from him. I actually get this feeling that they're not going to give him the X Division title. No. I believe that he's going to be going for the TV title. Christian York is too good of a talent to waste on X Division right now. Yes, I believe he's not going to be prominently featured for months. Yes, it's going to be sporadic when he's featured. Yes, the people are going to cheer for him. But I believe that eventually they will give him the TV title. Or he will be challenging for the TV title, either from Devon, which I don't think it will be, Joe, which I don't believe is going to be Joe either, or whoever else they're going to stick on that title. Whoever they're going to give the strap to. I believe, honestly, that Christian York is not meant for the title of X Division. He will be going directly and eventually to the TV title. If I'm wrong, well, I'm wrong. But if I'm right, it would make sense. Now, Chavo and Superman versus Christopher Daniels and AJ, a.k.a. Kaz. I have to admit that the segment was funny and Kaz pulled off a AJ dialogue quite well. He did. I was not dissatisfied with this. And I wish to say Christopher Daniels' jacket, that was kind of, I like it. I don't think it was epic, but I do like the style of his jacket. Now, if he wears that jacket over the tatters that he's been wearing before, I wouldn't mind it at all. I'm actually enjoying it because of the medals showing that he is a ring general. It makes sense for his character. I'm hoping he doesn't go back to the tatters again. Leave it at that. The match itself, there was no match. It was not even a match. This basically was to get Chavo over. Like I said before, Chavo is eventually going to break away from Superman and will go over the single style. But he still must get some wins sometimes. This is what I believe. It's only a matter of time before those two break off. I do not believe they're going to have a feud. I don't believe that. I don't believe it at all. If Chavo and Superman have a feud, I'll actually be very surprised. The question is going to be, will Chavo turn heel on that? But we'll eventually find that out. Now, honestly, that's it, except for the main match. Aries says in the early night, we are going to have a match. Me and Robert Roode to see who is the better man. This was the match of the night. It was. I do not know if Austin Aries, the greatest man that ever lived, had great long ass nails, But when he did that twirl on top of Robert Roode's back and stuck his finger in his ear, I hope he didn't puncture his eardrum. He just cut it. Hey, dude, cut your nails. Be careful. You can't hurt someone with some claws on you. The match itself was actually quite good. They basically were trying to one-up each other. The part that sucked was when... okay. I have to stay focused here because it sucked. Look, seeing Hardy at just before they went to commercial break, seeing the pan around was actually not bad. It was typical of Hardy. But seeing Hardy take them both out at the same time was not necessary. What was the point? You're not going to give any interest. And I believe that the Off the Rope show or the British Fist, or both, was right. It's Off the Rope show hasn't done their Impact review. I'm sorry, it's the British Fist. The British Fist is right. This is a throwaway pay-per-view, which is going to be Genesis. And as I say it right now, Genesis, I do not believe is going to be structured well. If I'm wrong, I'll be glad to see a good Genesis, but I don't believe we're going to get very good out of it. This is a throwaway pay-per-view because they're still promoting Lockdown, which is how many months? Nearly 3 months away. You're supposed to care about your pay-per-view for the next month. If you're going to go with this monthly pay-per-view and there's nothing there. So how do I rate this? Mediocre. Like I said, the backup writing team came in and wrote the most worst stuff you can think of. Yes, there were a few good spots. Brooke and Bully wasn't too bad. The Kenny King promo wasn't bad. The Joseph Park wasn't bad. The match between Aries and Rude was not bad. Seeing Robbie T, hopefully, I'm hoping with all my heart, is now going to be a face and is separated from both of them. I wouldn't care if he had to have a feud with them as long as he's not with them. At least at first. This is a mediocre one. I would give it a C. C. That's it. That's all I'm giving it. And I hope you love this Impact review. Subscribe and comment to Zane's View. And I will be getting my SmackDown review done as soon as possible. I have not actually seen it. This is being done Saturday. And for the last week, I've actually had some severe problems. Yes, it was Christmas. Yes, it was Christmas Day, but I had to go to court on Christmas Eve, which sucked. And some other places that were required because of my severe injury that I have to go, that is requirement. That also sucks. So I've not had a great week. But you know what? I'm still in my home. I am still alive. And I hope you all have a great New Year.